And sitting right next to me, Thad the Rad. Michigan Congressman Thaddeus McCotter. He's so bright that when light bulbs get ideas, they have a picture of him over their heads. Took a long way to get there. 10% increase, according to my face. So what does this mean, Ohio State researcher Amy Brunel?
What this means is that we have generations of people entering the workforce that expect special treatment, are demanding of others, and making risky decisions. One that could be quite costly when you consider recent business fiascos.
What a delightful voice he has.
Oh, that's scary.
I know. Now, if only a cat in a tuxedo could break it all down for me. That really didn't break anything down for me. That was kind of a waste of time. Congressman, this cannot be good for the country.
Well, I remember reading a teachers complained about their students once. They talked about how they had high self-regard, they were sloth-ridden, and that the future of their country was in great peril. It was Play-Doh.
Oh, really?
And not the stuff you fold and mold with your hands.
Yeah, no, Play-Doh wasn't invented back then, Congressman. I don't follow.
Well, that's Andy's job to correct me. But the point is, every generation has this happen where they seem to be a little into themselves, and then they outgrow it when they have to work and the responsibilities of life come upon them. Or at least in general, that happens.
Well, I mean, I am an exception. But I got to tell you, I think this is different, because I think you run into a lot more people because of MTV and TV that believe that they have already won the race without actually entering to run it at all. What do you think? Obama's jacket may have been red, but he wore his loyalty on his head. The president honored Washington's home team yesterday by throwing out the first pitch at the Nationals home opener. That's an actual team. But the former South Sider still wore a Chicago White Sox hat above his adorable, adorable ears. The up and super away toss was followed by a visit with the Nationals TV team, including former Sox pitcher Rob Dibble, great name, who quizzed the commander in cuteness about the team he claims to love. Let's listen in. People are probably really high right now.
You know, I'm a Southside kid, and I've got to make sure that Jerry Reinsdorf doesn't get too angry with me.
And having played with the White Sox for a short time, I know how the Cubs fans and the White Sox fans go back and forth. Who's one of your favorite White Sox players growing up?
You know, I thought that, you know, the truth is that a lot of the Cubs I like too, but I did not become a Sox fan until I moved to Chicago, because I was growing up in Hawaii, and so I ended up actually being an Oakland A's fan.
Someone should have told me the Oakland A's are a football team. Silly man. Congressman, was he caught off guard, or is he just all the time full of crap?
Well, I think you can be caught off guard.
Diplomatic way of putting it. You still have to see him on the streets of D.C.
Well,
so.
no, we don't interact much. But as a Tiger fan, I can tell you all the White Sox that we hate.
Okay.
Going back from the Go-Go Sox of Louis Aparicio through Wilbur Wood, and now to the present day with Burley and Jake Peavy now they've added. So I give him a break for that.
Really?
I'm more upset he didn't know Bert Campaneris and the horrible Dick Williams A's that he...
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. I have no idea where that was going.
Me neither.
Yeah, all right. Congressman, why does the media, it's kind of like underlines the fact that the media always kind of disrespects flyover country. If it's a whole area of the world that they really just don't care about.
Well, never having been trapped at a Manhattan cocktail party or a San Francisco comedy club.
Really?
All
Never?
I can tell you is that from our perspective in Detroit, a lot of this is getting overblown, and it is in seriousness. What Joe said is the actual incidents of racism become marginalized, they become trivialized, and what happens is the society becomes coarsened to it. So in short, it is unfair. The mainstream media is focused on it, and I think you did hit the nail on the head in your Gregalogue. They are not used to conservatives coming out and publicly expressing opposition to positions, and that really unnerves them. It destroys the narrative that only the left takes to the street in a righteous cause.
Generally, the only people you see out protesting are people who look like Bill. Unwashed, filthy types who are generally high on 4 or 5 different hallucinogenics.
Carousels in bowling alleys. How about setting up like a 401k or a job interview?
No, you're absolutely right. Congressman, the thing that bugs me about this, okay, they mean well. There's no question that they mean well. But sometimes meaning well trumps like thinking things through. Like they thought, just giving them the house, the TV, the network just gets up and leaves. That's wrong.
Well, look, I love watching the show. We watch it at home. They just had Jessica Alba on.
Really?
We watched it anyways. But the reality is, look, next time you see a talking walrus, just read the Wall Street Journal. What a buzzkill. Here are some people trying to do nice things for people, and the last thing you're going to hear is that, of course, they've had a nice home built for them, but they're going to wind up impoverished because of it.
I hear you, disembodied voice.
Just
Always.
Yep. Narcissism is on the rise among Americans. Congressman, first of all, stop quoting a modeling compound used children for art and craft projects at home and in school. I know this is red-eye, but we're not that stupid.
Fair enough, Andy.
Second of all, does this rising narcissism explain the election of a president who, on the night his nomination was secured, said that this was the moment when the rise of the oceans began to slow and our planet began to heal?
Well, I think that would be unfair. He was probably watching a White Sox game.
Horrible answer.
That's the one I do.
Greg, you said... I have absolutely nothing to add to the extreme makeover thing, so I'll just add... I have a question for the congressman, though. The big news today was that porn star and possible senatorial candidate Stormy Daniels said she's switching her party affiliation from Democrat to Republican. Your thoughts?
Big Tent.
I didn't ask for your reaction. I asked for your thoughts.
I'm still fixated on a talking walrus being the white devil.
Can we at least agree that her campaign slogan should be a candidate all of America can get behind?
Just win, baby. Just win. As Al Davis once said.
That is true. Great banner coach.
I'm done.
All right.
Yeah, look, it just jumped out of the table.
Congressman, again, I say, you know, it's a serious disorder for young kids, but I don't know. I think that we're over-medicating people who basically aren't paying attention or don't want to pay attention.
Well, I think it's always good to get away sometimes, too, and be alone with your thoughts. And say you're sitting in an English garden waiting for the sun, talking with walrus.
Oh, my God.
You did put crap in the water, didn't you, Bill?
Congressman,
Drink
you
up,
have
gentlemen.
ADHPV. Do you want it?
This is a red-letter day for Bill and his drug history. I'll tell you that.
Time to go back to TV's Andy Levy for the post-game wrap-up.
Thanks, Greg. Hey, Congressman, what's your take on the Michael Steele situation?
Big Tent. It's a Big Tent.
You can't keep saying Big Tent.
Really?
Unless you're at a sporting goods store and you're looking for a Big Tent and ask you what you want, you can say Big Tent.
You little fascist. I can say whatever I want.
It scares me when he
You're a
turns.
mean little talking walrus, aren't you?
I like seeing the side of him. I like the side of him.
Was Big Tent the safe word at that club?
Yes.
Excellent. We got our quote for tomorrow.
Yes.
Move over, Steele.
Yep. Hey, Amy.
That was probably the most lackadaisical book plug ever. Amy Schumer, always a pleasure. And Bill Schultz, my goodness. Get the camera off this. Joe DeVito, always good.
We love it.
Congressman Thaddeus McCotter. Great. I'm Greg. Bye.